Welcome back. So here's another story for y'all. But first I have some business to take care of. Now I received some cards in the mail yesterday. And I received a book. So thank you, Vicki, for the book, the John Grisham novel. I can't wait to read that one. I haven't read that one yet. Gray Mountain. But I received a card from Sharon in Maryland. Honey, you didn't put your return address on there, so I can't send you a thank you card. So I'm just going to thank you right here on YouTube. But I just want you to know I would love to send you a thank you card because that's what us Southern gals do. I mean, that's one thing that I taught my two sons and my daughter. If somebody goes to all the trouble to go to a store and buy something and wrap it and then take it to the post office and spend their money to mail it to you, you better send them a thank you card. I mean, thank you cards, you can get a whole pack at Dollar General for $1. And then a stamp is, 50 cents now? I mean, that's the least you can do for someone who's done that for you. So, us Southern girls, we've been taught that from the time we were in the crib. I reckon that is one good thing that Dora taught Glenda Merle. So I'm happy for that. And Kitten Bo, thank you for this cashmere scarf. Oh my God, it is so soft. And it's huge. I mean, it's like a shawl. I could actually wear it around my shoulders as a shawl. I know you said you tried your best to get Donna Karen, and it's not Donna Karen, but believe you me, I think I had enough of Donna Karen after spending 4 months in jail for trying to walk out of Dillard's with those two Donna Karen cashmere sweaters that ended up being a grand larceny charge for Glenda Merle here. But actually, those trying to steal those two Donna Karen sweaters saved my life. For y'all who have friends and family and loved ones who are drug addicts, one of the best things that can happen to them is to go to jail. So I'm thankful for that. That I attempted to do that, and I ended up in jail for 4 months and got clean and sober. But I know drug addiction is not a laughing matter, and neither is thieving, but we live and learn, and we move on, and we just pick up the pieces and put the pieces all back together, and we keep on going, and we just try to do better and be better people, and try to bring love and joy to others every day, and not be so selfish and think of ourselves all the time anymore. It's no fun to live like that. But I have another story to tell y'all about when I lived in the recovery home. There was a girl that came in. She was real pitiful looking, y'all. She was so skinny and so sick. And her name was Jeannie, and she was an alcoholic. She was also on a lot of medications, but she had to take Xanax and some of those medicines. She had a disease that's called CREST, but it actually it's 5 different diseases, and the word CREST, the CREST, there's 5 different diseases, and I think it has something to do with autoimmune. But the way that she got the disease, she had 3 daughters, and she had gotten divorced, and she was raising her daughters on her own, cleaning houses. So for 30 years, she used all these chemicals and cleaned houses and breathed in all the chemicals and did not use gloves. And so all those chemicals had caused her body to react by having these 5 different diseases. So she came about a month before it was time for me to leave. So when I left, I rented a little cottage there near Baptist Hospital in Pensacola. And Jeannie went back to her home. She had remarried about 5 or 6 years prior to going into the recovery home. And she had married a merchant marine, and they were well off. Merchant marines, they make good money, but of course her husband was gone all the time. Well, her 17-year-old daughter, who was the youngest of her three daughters, she was still living at home, and she was the caregiver for her mother. And her new husband had a child, and the little boy was about 5 years old. Well, Jeannie loved to go garage sailing. That's what she called it, garage sailing. Sailing. So, I mean, she was addicted to it, y'all. Her garage was piled up to the ceiling with junk that she had bought at garage sales. So she wanted to have a garage sale whenever she got out of the recovery home. So I went to her house one Friday, and we started going through all of her stuff and pricing it and setting up tables outside on the front lawn and everything. So I decided to get rid of some of my made in occupied Japan trinkets and things. Y'all know, when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor on December the 7th, 1951, well then, I don't remember what year it was, but you remember America went over to Nagasaki and Hiroshima and dropped the nuclear bomb on Japan. That was horrific. I just can't even believe that our country did something so horrific. But anyway, back to my story. So after that happened, the United States occupied Japan. So all the little ceramics and trinkets and things that were made in Japan during that time were all stamped occupied Japan. So I reckon people started collecting those items because they thought that, well, they would be rare and worth a lot of money someday. But even to this day, they aren't rare. I mean, there may be some that are worth a lot of money, but I was tired of cleaning them dusting them and cleaning them all the time. So I went ahead and priced them. I know I had a little set of deers, a little salt and pepper shaker, and some more little trinkets, and I had some Fenton milk glass. So I set it out on Saturday and was trying to sell it. And I think I had about $15 on the Fenton. It was beautiful, y'all, but like I said, I was tired of cleaning it. So anyway, this lady wanted to buy all of my stuff. So Jeannie, Jeannie was outside, and I had gone into the house. So Jeannie came in and said, she came inside and she said, this lady wants to buy all of your stuff. Will you take, $10 for the Fenton milk glass? And will you take $10 for this and $10 for that? And, what will you take for the Occupy Japan? So I went out there and I started negotiating with the woman, and we decided on a price. And so Jeannie kept trying to get me down even more on the price. So I finally agreed to it. Y'all, when I came down to my price, Jeannie just took her arms and just gathered up all of my stuff and took it inside. She was trying to get me to come down on the price so that she could buy it from me at a lower rate. Oh, Lord. Can y'all believe it? So that's another story about one of the girls that I was in rehab with. And y'all just keep on